Hello everyone. I've been away for about 12 days now. I was visiting California because my fiance lives there and they graduated their master's degree. And to celebrate, I was going down for their graduation ceremony in Irvine, and then since we were in Orange County, we bopped up to Anaheim to go to Disneyland. And that was really tiring, but very fun. Anyways, I'm telling you this because I wanted to show you all the things I packed for my trip. And by all the things, I just mean stationery related. I was there for 12 days not 12 days in Anaheim and Irvine. Most of the time was spent where they live in the Central Valley. But yeah, I was in California for 12 days and I got back last night and I crashed really hard. But it is what it is, and yeah, I thought I would show you all the things that I packed for the trip because I think that's kind of cool and it can be helpful. I also saw someone else, I can't remember who. Um I'll put who it was on the screen because I'm blanking right now because I know I saw someone do this immediately before I left. It was helpful for me knowing what to pack and what to not pack. Actually, there were two people. Anyway, I took some inspiration from that and I'm going to show you what I packed. So since I got back last night, I haven't actually unpacked this, so I'll just show you how I carry my pens for flight. Um, this is my Wonder Pens collaboration with Superior Labor, my pen sleeve. Right now I have my Uni 1P in the front because I use this every day in my planner, and so I just tucked it in here because the planner the cover I have on my planner right now doesn't have a pen loop. Um, oh no, oh geez. Okay, I'll fix that later. Anyway, I'm gonna show you how I pack my pens. It's not very glamorous, but this is how I pack my pens for flight, and I always make sure they're taken out of my bag and stored upright in the back of the airplane seat so that they don't leak any at all. I know, like, in the not olden days, but like in earlier fountain pen days, fountain pens on planes tended to leak or like explode. They don't most of the time they don't do that anymore, but I'm not taking any chances, and so I always take them out and I put them upright in the back of the airplane seat, or I make sure wherever my bag is in underneath the seat, I make sure they're standing upright in my personal item. I'm gonna unroll these and take out the audio so it's not like, or no, I'm just gonna cut. I'm going to take out the little bit where I open this because I know the sound of plastic is very agitating to a lot of people. Okay, so what I did was I brought this file of the ink that I'm using for my daily journal because I knew I would run out of what was in the pen. And I was right, I actually had to re-ink it twice. So I did bring a blunt tip syringe, and no one asked me anything about it on like, going through TSA or anything like that. That was fine, which is good. But yeah, so here are my pens. I wrap them all up in paper towel just in case. So this pen is my Kaweco the DIY Glow Sport. This is the one that I've been using for sketching, and I finished a cartridge of Vert Olive by Urban. So this is a new cartridge. Oh my gosh, look how much I've used already. That's crazy. But this one I brought a spare cartridge, and this is the spare cartridge because I used the other one all up. I did a lot of drawing on this trip, which I'm really proud of since I hadn't been drawing in years. But I did a lot of drawing on this trip. Okay, so there's that one. My Sakura Mochi Sailor Pro Gear Slim. I should be checking the caps of these actually to make sure they didn't leak. I can kind of see this one's translucent, so I can see it didn't. Nope, that one's all good. There's only one of these pens that I'm actually worried about leaking, but it didn't leak on the way down, so that's a good sign. Just a little bit of ink on the nib, but that's usual for this pen. Nothing in the cap, we're good. Actually, wait, I put this one on my desk. I'll move it in a minute. I put it on my desk stand since it's the one that I use every day for my daily journal. This is the one I'm worried about, but it looks like, I don't know if you can see it looks like it did okay. yeah, just a little bit of ink on the nib, but nothing in the cap. We're all good. Amazing. The only reason I'm worried about the TWSBI is because when I went to Italy last year, my mom asked me to pack her TWSBI Diamond 580 Mini in with my pens, so I did, and hers leaked everywhere. So I'm always a little worried about the TWSBIs when I'm flying, but I think that was user error and that I forgot to make them stand up. So I think that was my issue, not TWSBI's issue. But that's a good sign. And then the last pen is, oops, my last pen here is the Jinhao 82. And this one just has a green ink in it. I'm not entirely worried. I can see through the cap, not worried about this one. Yeah, we're good. Amazing. Okay, so all my pens are safe and sound, which is great news. Yeah, so all my pens that I brought, those are all the pens I brought. If you've seen my currently inked, I did have more than this inked up for the month, and I did just get a new pen that I'm very excited to start using like immediately. But yeah, I only brought these ones because I knew that I would get use out of them. Um, so if actually, I'll just quickly say, so the TWSBI I was using for my travel journal for the text. The two greens I have, this one and this one, I was using for drawing, and then this one was for my daily journal. And so I did use all four of these pens, thankfully. And then this one, the uni one is for 1P is for my planner. Okay, as for what notebooks I brought too many, I think, but that's okay. I only traveled with I usually travel pretty heavily, so I was trying to pack really light this time, or light for me. Um but I used a carry-on, like a roller bag, and then a personal item, and my personal item was the Baggu carry-on bag, the cloud carry-on bag. No one said anything. I was worried that it would be like too big to be considered a personal item, but since it was able to squish and squash underneath the seat in front of me, we were all good. But the reason I'm telling you this is because the Baggu bag comes with this, which is you're meant, when the bag is in storage, you're meant to pack it down into this. I use this to hold a lot of my notebooks and my Switch and my Kobo e-reader, and a bunch of ephemera and stuff. So yeah, most of my things are in here. I'm just gonna take them out and show you. Okay, so not all of these were in that bag except my planner. My planner was not in that bag because I had it out. But so yeah, these were all in the pouch. This can actually be condensed into my traveler's notebook, which I did carry that most of the time. But this is my daily journal. It is my current one. I finished let me grab it, my A6 one. I'm not finished, it just got way too chunky to write in, and so I moved into this one. And I'm really liking it so far. I really like the size. So there's that. Um, this is my travel journal. It is the red traveler's notebook. Yeah, I'm not going to go through it right now because I'm still in the process of working in it. Also, I feel like it might dox where my partner lives, and I don't want to do that. These two are sketchbooks. I just started this one because I wanted something in case this one wasn't big enough, but I got all over halfway through this book, and I'm really, really pleased with myself because I really like this. I like the paper in here, but let me see what I can show you. For example, I did this sketch of my partner's backyard. Oh, I did this sketch of my partner's backyard, and I really like it. I think it's really cute. Yeah, I just did a lot with my new. This was in the bag. This was in the pouch too. These are my Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2s, and this tin actually came with a set. It was a 50th special edition set of the dark colors. I'll show you here. Let's see. So if you ignore this one too, but like if you ignore these ones, this is the dark set, and I really liked those. So I got all of those initially, and then I just kept adding on to them. this has been like, they're expensive, I will say that, but I'm really, really enjoying the way the texture of them is. And so for my trip, I selected a handful, and I packed all these ones to just go on my trip. And I really like them. I really like them. So yeah, there's that. And then for this one, I ended up putting a bunch of ephemera in here. But let's see, what did I draw? I tried to draw the mountains as we were driving through them. That didn't go over very well. I drew the pier when we were at the ocean. That didn't go over very well. This one's fine. I still don't like it, but it is what it is. I took a photo of the overpass, or not the overpass. What do we call these? The highway signs. As we were driving on the highway into LA, and I drew that like a few days later. I don't like it, but it is what it is. I like my, here, I'll show you this. I like this a lot more. I drew my Switch Lite, and I drew my headphones with my silly little Cupid with their guts out. I drew some people. I drew my partner, the window. I drew a poppy because I'd never tried one before. And yeah, I'm really enjoying sketching for fun instead of like putting a lot of pressure on myself. Can I get this right? There we go. But yeah, I've been enjoying sketching a lot. I'll do, when this one's finished, I'll do a sketchbook tour, because I imagine it's not going to take me much longer since I'm already halfway through. And then this one's just a bigger scale for when I want to draw bigger things, which is not often, because I don't like drawing very big. That's a lot to talk about. Sorry. I'm still going. I still have these things to talk about. Okay, so my planner is in here. It's the Hobonichi Weeks. I cut the cover off and taped it in because I wanted to use the Frog and Toad cover, and I was no longer using the I can't remember what it is, the sun, is it sunrise or sunset? That cover. I'm no longer using that one, so I cut the cover off of the Frog and Toad one to use it in here. Is there anything in here that I can show? So this is this upcoming week. Never mind, I can't show that either. But basically, this is the upcoming week. I cut out these Under Moss sticker sheets, finally, and I really love them. I love Under Moss, my best friend Under Moss. And so, by Megan Randon, by the way. It's her sort of web comic or visual novel. It's lovely. I love it so much. I've read it like 3 times. But this is my week. I need to cut down these trackers, or like separate them into dailies and like as needed. I draw like a line, but I haven't had the chance to do that yet, and I also don't need to track all these things anymore. Anyway, yeah, so I used my planner. Let's see, I don't know if I need to censor any of this. If I do, I apologize, but this was my week when we were at Disney for the most part. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was very fun. We had a good time. I really like this guy. But yeah, I did use my planner, and I used it a lot for days when actually, that's not true. I didn't bring this to Disney, and I caught up afterwards. I just logged what we did. But yeah, it was really nice. I had a great time in California. I love my partner. I love my partner, and I love are they my extended family, or are they my in-laws? I guess they're my in-laws. I love my in-laws. I love my partner. I love their dog. Their dog is the best. I'll put a picture of him here. He's the best. Yeah. And then the last thing that was in that pouch are all of my stickers. I funnily did not bring any washi, and that pissed me off a lot while I was working in the travel journal. Yeah, it was terrible. I want to add some now, but it is what it is. So I have this Essentials Coffee Monsters Co. sticker book. Does this have a year on it? This is from 2022. And I've used quite a bit of these. This is my Travelers Company sticker release book, and I have all my like reaction stickers in here. Then these ones are Hobonichi photo albums, and these ones have all of my Coffee Monsters Co. stickers in here, as well as some miscellaneous Paper Bits Co. and some Mugo Bunny ones. So yeah, those are all the books and things that I brought, and now the last part is gonna probably take a little bit to film, so I'm gonna have a little break. I'm tired. I have chronic migraines, and I've had a migraine on and off for the past few days, and flying aggravates them. I'll take a little break, and then I'll show you what I packed stationery-wise that aren't notebooks and pens. Okay, so when I saw people packing for their vacations, I saw a lot of people using like different pouches and things, and I forgot that I had this. This is the small size Delphonics pouch, and it says, I know it's the small size because it actually says S, which is very helpful. I think the newer ones don't say the size on them, but this one says the size and the dimensions. This fit a whole bunch in it. Like, if you can see, this is my hand. Like, this is the small size. Crazy. So I'll just go over what I packed on the outside pockets. I have 3 clips. And this is also helping me unpack. This video is secretly just helping me unpack because I know this would sit on my desk otherwise and I won't touch it. So this is a clampy clip. This is a plastic one that I got recently from Blesket, Canada. I got this and it was really helpful for my sketchbook. This is a brass clip from Nicole Josephine. Nicole is the sweetest person ever and I love her art. This is a Travelers Company brass clip and they're the same design basically. They are amazing and I love them. I'm so glad I have 2 of them. Okay, the other thing on the outside is this water brush. I used this very sparingly. I only used it, I think, once, and it was just experimenting with it. I don't know if I like it or not. I'm not a big watercolor person. Yeah, I'm not a big watercolor person, but the Neocolor 2s are water soluble, so I tried that, and then I tried to draw on top of it, and it didn't go very well. I might try drawing on top of the watercolor with Posca or something. That might work a lot better, but I couldn't use the Neocolor 2s really until it dried, and by that time I was over it. So there's that. I'm just gonna put that over there. And then these are tweezers because I forgot, so these are the tweezers that I use for stickers, and they're on my desk at all times. I forgot these, so I used these tweezers that I don't use that I had in my toiletries bag. Yeah, I don't use these. I've never used these. I just have them in case. More for like medical things than anything, like splinters, etc. But I forgot these, so I had this in here like the whole time I was gone, and I was using them for stickers. Okay, so now we're getting into the actual pouch. There is a lot of stuff in here. So, I'll start with my Canon IV because actually I ran out of film for this and we had to go to Best Buy. I had another, like, I have a pack of film for this beside my desk at home, but I forgot to bring them. I forgot washi, I forgot my tweezers, and I forgot more film for this. I don't know what I was thinking. So I had to buy more at Best Buy, and now I have a lot, and I'll be set to go for quite a while. It was just annoying because I was in the middle of journaling while we were in Anaheim, and I ran out of film, and I was like, ah, shoot, now what do I do? And I don't like not journaling my travel journal while I'm there. And the reason is because when I was in Europe last year, I didn't travel journal most of the time. And then 6 months went by and I'm still working on it. And I don't like that. I really don't like that because then I don't feel like doing it at all. That's just me. A lot of people like don't mind the backlog. I don't care for it personally. Okay, there's that. So I'll put this over here. I have this whiteout. It's just Bic whiteout. I have I have different whiteout. This is a pencil case. Oh, not pencil case. Pencil sharpener by Prismacolor. I've had this for years. I used to be an art student, so I got this a long time ago, and it's the only pencil sharpener I have still. This is a Blackwing. I've used it. It's the Blackwing and Travelers Company one. I Yeah, I feel like I should have been more precious with this because it's a collaboration, but I've just been using it to draw and stuff. My glue tape, my best friend, the removable glue tape by Tombow. I think I mentioned in a different video, the Michaels that I go to had this on, I don't remember, but it's the thing where they are no longer going to be stocking this, and I don't know if it's because it's been discontinued or my store just wasn't selling it enough. But either way, I was very upset about this, but I can still find it online at other places, so I think I'm okay. It's just annoying. Um, Here are where's the other one? These are the cream whiteouts that I use. This is 4 millimeters and this is 2.5 millimeters. It is by WHIPER Wiper, I guess. And it's the cream tape, but it also says Plus down here. I don't know if Plus or Wiper Petite is the brand or if that's the title. I think that's the title. But either way, I love these so much. It's perfect because the 4 millimeter is good for like covering up bigger spots, and the 2.5 millimeter is perfect for covering up my tiny handwriting. So I use this in, I actually use it in my sketchbooks as well a little bit, but I use it in my planner mostly. This is just a Uniball Jetstream, or a Uni Jetstream in the light, the Jetstream Light, which the light touch ink I much prefer to the regular Jetstream. I've never been able to get along with the regular Jetstream for some reason, but the light touch ink I have gotten along with much better, and I like the color of this body. It's called Mustard. Yeah, just like a regular ballpoint in case I needed something to write on, like receipts or like things I didn't want to get water damage, like postcards. This is also, I also could have used this on postcards. This is a Micron point 0.8, a Pigma Micron point 0.8 by Sakura. It has archival ink. I used to only use these in high school for my line art and drawing because it's waterproof and fade proof. So it's a 0.5, it's called point 0.8, but it's a 0.5 millimeter line. And I used to swear by these, and I would only really write with them or draw with them for most of my teenage years. And then I figured if I was going to be doing anything water soluble with the Neo colors, I would try this. My ruler. This doesn't even have a brand on it. This is the Tombow glue pen. What's going on over here? Oh, it's just the label on the clip is coming off. This is the glue pen, and you basically, it writes with glue, so you can use it to stick down things that are really, really fine, like really small, or just to re-glue corners. This is a ceramic cutter. I didn't bring I couldn't bring like a paper cutter or anything like that because obviously it would have been taken and thrown away. So the ceramic pen cutter I didn't end up using this at all, but it was nice to have. Another Pigma. This one is the 1 millimeter line, so it's like quite a thick line. I prefer thicker lines in my drawings. This is another Tombow adhesive thing. This is the glue stick. And it's the same size as a pen, but it's a glue stick. And I believe they're refillable. I hope they're refillable, because I really like this. Oh, it does say refillable. Amazing. But I really like this. It's really helpful, and like this way I don't have to bring a really thick glue stick like the glue brand ones. I like these, but like the profile, it takes up a lot less space. An eraser. This is the pencil extender by Blackwing in case I needed it. I did not need it because the pencil is still quite long, but I was worried if it got like down to here. I wasn't sure how much I'd be sharpening it, so I brought that in case. A refill for the permanent, oh, this is the permanent adhesive as opposed to the removable one, but I brought that just in case. And then oh no, there's something else in here. Oh, there's the syringe, of course. The blunt tip syringe for my ink. Anything else? No. Okay, so now, for real, last but not least, my scissors. I love these. As someone with really bad, what do we call it? Motor skills, like fine motor skills, I really appreciate these for cutting things out because I don't have to worry about like regular scissors. But for this, it's just going like this to cut things. And I find that a lot easier and I can control it more for when I'm fussy cutting than with regular scissors. So I like these a lot more. I think that's not the most common occurrence. Most people don't like these, but I found them so helpful for my trip because I was cutting a bunch of ephemera out, and trying to like cutting up maps, cutting up like packaging, stuff like that. And trying to round corners with like regular scissors is so difficult for me and my terrible hand-eye coordination that this makes it a lot simpler. And also it's the size of a pen, so you don't have to worry about big scissors. Because I have had scissors. Let me 1 second. Let me grab my other scissors. I used to bring these ones, and they are children's scissors. I Every time I've tried to fly with these, the the border agents will take them out and measure the blade to make sure they're not too big. With this, they don't even glance at it because it doesn't look like scissors. And so that's always helpful, because going through border security is stressful for everyone. Um, so yeah, that's everything that I brought on my trip. It's like just under 2 week trip. And by the way, this is the syringe. I don't remember where I got this from, but it's a big one. And it has a big tip, and I like this more because most of the time I just use the I use the syringes that I used to have for HRT, but I don't do that, and I try not to do that, but I have this one that I can reuse. So yeah, that's all the stuff that I brought with me. 1 second, I'm gonna put this away. I'm putting this here for you so you have something to look at. But yeah, that was all the stuff that I brought for my 12-day trip to California and various places in California, because I did have to drive. We did go on like 2, 3.5 to 4 hour drives to and from LA and Orange County. So yeah, I had a lovely time. I always like visiting California, although I will say I don't like visiting when it's so hot in the Central Valley. Anaheim and Irvine were totally fine because it's around the same temperature it is in Toronto in the summer. It's like, I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but it's like between 24 to 28 degrees Celsius, and that's kind of where we get in Toronto. But in the Central Valley, it was like 35 plus, and that is way too hot for me. Yeah, I don't like warm weather most of the time, but I love my partner and I love my in-laws, so I'm like, yeah, I'll do whatever. Also, it was their graduation. I had to be there. So yeah, I had a lovely time. It was so good to see my family and to be in and around. I got to go to the ocean, which was lovely, stuff like that. I also liked, I'm not a big theme park person, but my partner loves Disneyland. They love, like, not even like just Disney, but like the actual, well, they do love Disney, but like the actual like theme park, they love theme parks. And so amusement parks is what I guess we call them. But yeah, so they love that. And so I'm glad that I got to be there for them or be there with them. Yeah, I had a really good time, and now I have to get back to real life. But thank you so much for watching. This is probably a bit of a meaty one. Why did I say it like that? Ew. This is probably a bit of a longer video, but yeah, we'll see what I can get up to with editing. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, or rest of your night, wherever you are in time and space. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.